Hello and welcome back from more Dungeon Descenders. Today I'm going to be attempting the insane hardcore solo Ironman challenge with the Warden, which honestly should probably be easy because this class is kind of broken. But I guess we'll see whether that holds true. But welcome, Ciderman. Of course. Okay, audio's acting up again. Of course, starting with the deeper well. I saw no energy today, feeling under the weather. My sleep has not been good. And I'm not really capable of increasing my microphone volume because it's already maxed. I think there's something I might be able to do. Is that a bit better? Basically just changed my compressor settings. The thing about this class is all of its towers are just ranged attacking towers. It doesn't have any blockades or ores or anything like that. You think they're just strong enough to where that doesn't really matter? These are the basic tower that the Warden gets. Angry Blossom. It's also the highest HP tower she gets. Look at this damage they do. It's kind of a lot for so early. These did end up taking a chunk of damage from the two goblins that came this way, but not too much. Okay, I was messing with my audio settings a little more, so that could be the reason I sound more quiet now. Explain the differences between this person, the princess I played before, and the countess. Oh, the countess had a bunch of physical towers and blockades. And in terms of weapons, it used swords. The Warden uses spears as weapons and just has a bunch of damage-dealing ranged towers. But the amount of damage they do is just absurd. It's like my cars here are ticking. Maybe a bit too much here. Onto... okay. Avoid taking any damage. I can increase my tower damage even more. Rebuild these. Oh, fun. DLC character. It is the newest character added to the game. Most of the characters in this are DLC actually, but I think the recent era of characters post the update hiatus, for lack of a better way of putting it, I significantly stronger than the others. So this would be the Hermit, the Gun Witch, and the Warden. It's not able to pick that mana up in time, but it should be fine. More sludge launchers. All the archers are coming this way now. They're dying so fast. Yeah, the Countess is basically a gender swapped version of one of the original four. So it's pretty much equal in power, just a little more suited to tower building as opposed to being a DPS. The character I originally finished this challenge with was the Hermit, which again is one of the newer, more powerful classes. almost hit me. And I let a goblin hit me there. So with my experience bonus, okay, the blossom went down over here. Go ahead and rebuild that. Since the intent of the game is to go up other specific roles that some units fill. Yeah, there are definitely some characters that are like classes that are better for DPS, some that are better for building. And in terms of building, you have classes that are better for building attacking towers, classes that are better for building supportive defenses, classes that are better for building blockades. And even across DPS classes, it got ranged and melee DPSs, some in block whereas others can't. Some are better for sustained damage while others are better for burst. It should basically be good now. I just need to make sure my defenses don't go down. Not mean to upgrade, just need to repair. Some people even build characters specifically for buffing other characters or specifically for upgrading defenses. Or specifically for buffing defenses. There's definitely a fair amount of build diversity and specialization in this game. Like Borobots? Basically, yeah. Like the monk's hero abilities are good for bussing and killing heroes and defenses nearby. The summoner can have two pets equipped at once, so they'll often equip two pets that buff towers nearby, so they'll basically have a dedicated AFK tower buffing summoner. Alright. Let's see what I got. This is good for melee damage. This is... I would say it's good for range damage, but its projectile speed bonus is negative 1060, which makes it pretty much unusable, sadly. really have a good ranged option here. Must would have to be this thing. Games with diversity of player, the ones that always cultivate most devoted fans of teams. That does make sense. Since I think being able to play the way you want is a big appeal of games. This thing is slightly worse tower stats. It doesn't have the big negatives. That's pretty good for the start of the game. Very not bad for starting stats, I don't think. Let's just jump straight into Foundries and Forges. Since Angry Blossoms are so cheap in terms of defense units and are also the Warden's most tanky towers, they're basically the best option she has for a makeshift blockade. So I can just go ahead and put rows of them on the front line. I only have enough mana for 2 on each side right now. And hopefully that's enough to where I won't need to interfere at all. If I can just let my defenses handle it and my crystal doesn't get hit, that's the best for experience gain. Those goblins are coming on this side. Yeah. I'm finished building my rows. I am able to get them up in time. Deal with these archers. I shouldn't even get a single shot off. And I can start on my sludge launchers. The nice thing about sludge launchers is they remove elemental immunity of anything it hits, which enables the cloud towers to hit electric immune enemies as well. The downside being sludge launchers can't hit poison immune enemies. But the angry blossoms can pretty much handle those themselves. It's not really an issue. Obviously, I don't have any cloud towers up yet. Speaking of devoted fan bases, I think the game that always comes to mind is Team Fortress 2. That game seems to have very dedicated fans. There are people who play exclusively Team Fortress 2. And I think a lot of people attribute that to its roster of characters and the build customization. RuneScape and Pokemon are very up there too. Well, the big draw of Pokemon, I think, is there's so many different ways you can enjoy it. Obviously, there are cards you can collect. There's the anime to watch. And even within the video games alone, there's so many different ways you can play them. Welcome, Foldress. A human should suffer the fate of exclusively playing PF2. I believe those who do, in their cases, it's self-inflicted. I'm not really into shooter games, so I don't really get the appeal myself, but so these are wisp dens, which are potentially the most broken tower in the game. They're not great without range investment, but with range investment they do absurd amounts of damage, both for multi-target and single target. Cute model, by the way, thank you. I just started using this recently, so I'm still getting used to it, I guess. What does it do? The Warden? They launch 5 projectiles at a time, and they can target anything within its range in a 360-degree angle. And these 5 projectiles don't need to hit different targets. They can all hit the exact same target. Hence why it's good for both multi-target and single target. You can just set a few of them up and they will just shred bosses. Just debuted the model 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 or 3 days ago at this point. But thank you. So, need to get used to the tracking, I guess. It has been tweaking the sensitivity on things like my smiling and mouth being open, because I noticed it was having some trouble picking that up. But I think part of that might just be... oh, it's probably just that I'm not used to moving my mouth a lot. Which, again, I need to get used to doing more. Everyone with my model. I'm glad to hear that. I do think, or I was thinking it could potentially be jarring for people who are so used to the P-Ride I was using. I don't think the wisp dens are really doing a whole lot at the moment, but they're mainly for dealing with the ogre once that comes, because they should deal tons of damage to that. You already really need to exaggerate your movement and expression to an extent. Sure, I'll put more points into tower stats. Sensitivity can help a lot. But even with sensitivity set up properly, you do still need to exaggerate to an extent. And that's, again, something that I am really not used to. It really need to be picking up items right now because I'm gonna time after the wave since it's the last one. It's kind of hard to break habits. Especially when it's something that you still should be doing most of the time anyway. Great, time to breed the blossoms. An expressionless character can work through anyway. It's cute. Some people would think that, but I do think others would view it as a failing of the model, even though it's not really a problem with the model, it's a problem with myself. Alright. Oh, that died very quickly. But yeah, see what I mean about the damage of the wisp bends? I think it works for my model, that's good at least. Definitely need more defense health. I should probably put more in casting rate. And then I can worry about other hero stats and tower stats on the next level. Alright, did I get anything better? It's just epic, so I'm not gonna end up using it anyway. This thing is 24 maximum upgrades. It's definitely going to be good for long term. Did I get any better melee weapons? Not that I can use right now, at least. It's +8. No, that's just +11 tower attack speed. I'll take that. Oh wow, that's very good for this level. Better than what I'm using, at least. Probably should... Oh, never mind, this is just better. And your boots. None of these are particularly good. This gives a lot of range, but -4 tower health is not great. And you don't really need hero stats right now. Aside from casting rate. So I'll just stick with this. I'm not going to upgrade anything yet, so jumping into longest quarters. I'm trying to remember exactly what my build plan was for this map. At the very least, I was using... Right, I think it was... 17 times 3, that's 51. Plus 14 is 65. Plus another 7. 72. I think I was using 2 blossoms per side. Yeah, that checks out. Getting 6 angry blossoms, 3 sludge launchers, 6 cloud towers, and 3 wisp bands. 2 for anti-air and 1 for the ogre. I shouldn't need to do anything here. The blossom should be able to handle it. Go ahead and start on sludge launchers. I don't want to give a little bit of space because of kobolds. There may not be enough space for the ogre splash damage. They obviously can't place them too far back where they won't be able to reach far enough. Do not need anti-air quite yet. And go ahead and put a cloud on each side. My question is, do I... I should get plenty of mana. I can go ahead and put down second clouds per side before I start on anti-air. projectiles from the cloud towers can reach very far. So they end up helping a lot with dealing with the kobolds. Otherwise, the blossoms definitely would not be able to hold up. And that gets me enough mana to completely finish the build. Bring this a bit far back. It can't even hit anything until I upgrade it. I guess I should go ahead and put more points into tower range right now. May as well upgrade the wisp ends first. Then I probably want to upgrade the sludge launchers. I don't think the blossoms have taken enough damage yet to where they need upgrades. I get that one a bit close. All the drops almost spawned immediately. Stupid. I think the biggest weakness of the Warden in a solo challenge like this are electric Indian kobolds. Go ahead and max this out. It's because they're immune to the lightning towers, and your other towers don't have a ton of range. At least not nearly as much. I should be upgrading these. And pick that up before it despawns. Not jump up that way. upgrade the ones in the front. Yeah, these wisp dens are just shredding the wyverns. I think one upgrade is really all you need on them for anti-air. Weird. And now I'm just going to keep upgrading the middle towers to kill that ogre faster. And also take more hits from it. The rest of my defenses are fine at this point, I'm pretty sure. Not taking any damage. I guess poison immune, or not poison immune, electric immune mages could also be a problem. Because they like to just bring back and summon skeletons. And that should be good. To finish upgrading these angry blossoms. Although, might be a good idea to upgrade the other wisp dens. They could potentially save me from the ogre if it breaks through. I'll go ahead and upgrade the blossoms first, though. Because ideally the ogre doesn't break through to begin with. So may as well try to make that less likely. 10 men short there, yeah. And now we don't really have anything else to upgrade. Ogre does spawn in very soon though. I can just save mana for repairs. I think I'm gonna be greedy and go for the... I'm gonna say I should probably just upgrade these. I think I'm just going to go for the tower's only experience bonus. Ow. I just let that kill me. Hopefully though, it wasn't in range of the wisp dens. That is my bad. Time to reset, I guess. I should not have let myself get killed there.